What's up, guys? We're in a different spot because that bay over there is empty because car crash. So now we're gonna be working on the BRZ because we've neglected it, and it's the only car in the shop right now. There's quite a few things we need to do to get this thing up and running so we can make it to a drift event next month. We're gonna try our best to make this thing go sideways. So first, let's start by making a list. So, the list. We need to change the oil because I have no idea when the last time this thing got an oil change. We need to bleed the brakes because that's very important because we need to be able to stop. We need a new battery. There's actually no battery in here right now, and if we found the old one, it's probably dead. We need to give this thing on alignment because right now we have new coilovers. We have Faction Fab F-spec coilovers, the ones without the camber plates, and there's enough camber in the rear, probably too much. We need to probably put some lower control arms, some adjustable ones to dial out some camber in the rear, but we need way more camber in the front. This is almost positive camber. It might be straight up and down, who knows. Anyways, next thing, I need to fix the high mount brake light that's in the back. It's kind of like falling off. The sticky stuff is not sticky anymore. And then I need to finish the quick disconnect front bumper. I did that side in a video, just never got around to doing the other side. So I need to finish that. And then we need to clean this thing because this thing's filthy. Now I'm not gonna be able to do all of this today. That's a pretty decent sized list, but we're gonna do the top three. The oil change, bleeding the brakes, and getting a new battery. That's enough to get this thing like running and started, so we make sure that it still works. Now the oil we're going to be using is NUS 0W20, full synthetic stuff, some good stuff. Pretty sure it's pronounced NUS, but I'm also not 100%. Kevin's sneezing. Okay, the next one is Provost Oil Filter, and I did look at the old oil filter, and it says that it's been changed like November 28th of last year, so it's not super old. I mean, it is old. We're going to change it anyways. It doesn't matter. Now I am curious as to how many of you guys watching drift your 8.6, and if you do, what were the first things you did to your car? Like, we're gonna take this thing drifting. I think we're gonna try to do it relatively stock, minus like coilovers and stuff, like non-drift specific stuff. But what was your first like drift specific modification you did to help you go sideways? Like, is there like free angle you can do somewhere here? I heard you can get like tie rod spacers, and that helps a little bit too, like kind of like almost like super cheap way to get more angle. So if you know, let us know. Now you're gonna need 6 quarts to change your oil. I think this engine holds like 5.8 quarts, I think. So you're probably gonna fill like 5.5-ish with all the oil you can actually drain out. I don't have a funnel, so this is gonna be interesting. I could make one out of a water bottle. Let's see how the first one goes. I hope I don't spill. All right, we're in. Can you keep it up? Easy. Who the heck needs funnels? All right, now for the last one, I'm just gonna do halfway because we're gonna have to let all the oil sit, check the dipstick, and then add if we need to later. Okay, I'm gonna guess this is half-ish. Oh no. Is that my first spill? Nope. Just got it on the rim. Booyah. No spillage. Okay, now hopefully a gorilla wasn't the last person to put this oil filter on. Also, it's so convenient that the oil filter is not on the bottom of the car like every other car. Oh my god, this is on there. Nope. Ow, ow. That doesn't fit. Okay, let's give this claw thing a go. Oh, it's working. I moved it. Yeah. Booyah, that is crusty. Look how rusty that got. Dang. So you saw how gross the oil filter is, but dang, there's so water definitely sat in here and got this all rusty. So I'm gonna do my best. I already plugged the hole so we don't get crap in the engine, but I'm going to do my best to clean this up before we put the new oil filter on. It's definitely looking a lot better. I wiped it down and got some of that dirt and rust off, But we're just gonna roll with it and put the new oil filter on. We got the Provo one. It says it's best suited for EJ turbo engines, but we have neither of those. I wish we did. These are a little bit smaller, but they're kind of like a universal. It'll work, but yeah, it'll work. We're gonna lube up the, oop, wow, that was a lot. Okay, now my finger's covered in oil. Lubity-lubed up. Put this guy on here. I'm not gonna use a tool to tighten this down so I can get it off. All right, hopefully future Thomas can get that off. Now let's go ahead and check what our oil's at and if we need to add any more. Perfect. It's right above the second dot. I really like that the Provo filter reminds me that this is for the engine, because sometimes I get confused. All right, we're bleeding the brakes now, and I made a really ghetto brake fluid catcher using the old quart of oil, and I found some tube in the warehouse, and it works. It's rubber. Hopefully the brake fluid doesn't eat through it while we, I don't know if we can withstand it. And then you just have a 10 mil wrench on the back, and then you have a friend in the front, and he's gonna pump the brakes a million times. We're gonna flush the brake system, so we're gonna do this a bunch. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up and down, up and down, up, down, up, down, up's a daisy, down's a daisy, up, down. You got it. I need to put more fluid in this. All right, and then periodically, when you're bleeding each corner, you want to top off the brake reservoir so it doesn't go dry and you get air bubbles in your brakes. Get last up. We got the battery. Boop. Whoa, it works. It should. It's brand new. See if this thing starts. Okay, and make sure there's no leaks. And okay, that's when I spilled just a little bit. We're good. Cool. Done. Done. And done. We're done, at least for today. We got 4 more things, 3 more things plus cleaning the car to do before it's like maintained to normal standards, to get it up to stock levels kind of. It would be nice if we can get some extended or spacers for the tie rods before we take this out, just to get a little bit more angle. So maybe we'll order those in and do an install video before we take this to the drift event next month. If there's other things that you guys know that are easy to do, because we want to drift this thing, okay, this is the plan. We want to drift this thing like pretty much stock, like very minor things. We got to fix some camber up front, maybe take a little bit out in the rear. We're going to do it stock and then kind of like do a few more things, and then later down, maybe next year, we add some more power and do some stuff like maybe bigger tires. I don't know. Well, we're gradually going to build this thing up to being a cool drift car, but not too crazy, like still street legal and stuff. So yeah, if you have recommendations for simple drift mods that we're going to do before we in its stock level when we drift it, make a recommendation in the comment section. Other than that, that's all I have. I'll see you guys later.